So today I'm going to have an interview on the street asking people about my theme, Minimized communication, to ask about how people are using digital communication in their life, daily life. Do you talk with friends online often?
Yeah, probably every day or every couple of days. Yeah.
Right. Is that different when you talk online or when you talk in person?
Oh yeah, totally different. You know, facial expressions and your body language.
Right.
Obviously in person. When it's online, it's just, you know, short and you're limited to either time or what you can actually express in text.
So you think it's difficult to show other things rather than like languages, words, if it's online?
Yeah, I mean that's why you have things like LOL and smiley faces, because people are trying to put across, you know, over expressions and things like that.
So when you're talking online with someone, do you talk only when you need to tell something, or like do you sometimes just like bother friends, or?
Only when you got a specific purpose, I think. Really.
So you think it's more tense?
Yeah, it's when you have a specific question, I suppose.
Right. Do you talk with friends online?
Yes, I do, yeah. They're all live in Scotland.
So do you find any difference between those talking online or when you talk in person?
It can be difficult to communicate sarcasm and stuff like that, or certain emotions over if it's text or typing it. But if it's a video call, it's a lot easier so they can see your face.
So you think video communication is good?
Yes, I do, yeah.
Is it a difference still in person?
It's much the same. You're aware that they're not there, but yeah, it's pretty close to them being there, so yeah.
So do you have some digital devices to communicate with friends or family?
Not really, I'm not one for them. I'm an old-fashioned punter. I don't believe in mobiles or that, you know.
No? So you don't have anything?
I've got a mobile, but I never use it. I just use it for emergencies and that, you know.
When you're talking on phone,
do
you feel it's worse quality to communicate?
Yeah, well, the wife phoned me up about 20 minutes ago. I could hardly hear her.
Right.
The traffic and I just had to shout at it, you know.
Right.
So sometimes the phones are okay, but receptions and that can vary, you know.
Right. Do you think there's any advantage for phone?
Phones are handy, of course, as I say, getting in touch. So it can be a hindrance, but they can be good too. They can be good.
Do you talk with friends online?
Yeah, all the time.
All the time?
Yeah.
And do you also meet them and talk to them?
Yeah, we'll meet up and we'll like actually see each other face to face. It's kind of nicer as well, rather than just seeing what they have to say on the screen.
So you think it's nicer to talk with them in person?
Yeah, definitely. It's nicer to like see someone face to face and see you can like play off their reactions. And
what do you think it's lacking in the digital communication?
I don't know. I don't think it's lacking anything. It's got everything. You can send photos, videos, like you can even like send recordings now.
Right.
So I don't think it's lacking in anything, but I just think it's completely different when you do see someone like in person.
So it's just a different character.
Yeah, I feel like you can spend more time with someone and like you want to like talk to them, whereas like it's very like sort of like quick in out when you're messaging them and then you go on to do something else. So
right.
It's almost like you don't make enough time.
Right. Do you communicate with friends through digital devices?
Definitely, yeah.
Right, daily?
Yeah, definitely daily.
Right, and then do you prefer which digital devices to communicate or in person to communicate?
In person. I would prefer to talk to someone in person as opposed to like over Messenger, because you can actually like read their face.
Right, so the face is the things you think it's different.
Yeah, and the tone of people's voices, just generally.
So, do you use online communication tool?
Yes, I use it for work, to speak to my friends, to find out what's happening in the world.
Do you start talking friends only when for specific purpose or other things too?
Depends. Sometimes I have group chats with friends, so we're organising to do something, or just my friends who are living in different places and we don't see each other.
So if it's not for specific purposes, like how do you start it?
There usually is a reason. If it's not, I'm just asking how people are.
So do you think you can communicate online without any words?
Yes, I think people do. So people communicate with each other using whenever they post a picture online or whenever they like something, they're telling other people, they're communicating things to other people that way. That they like a film or like some music or...
So sharing life is communication?
Yes. So even if it's subconscious, people are doing that with each other.
What's the difference between those communication online and communication in real life?
For me, I think the biggest difference is people are less guarded when they're online. So people say things they would never say to someone in real life, but they feel happy typing it.
So do you use online communication tool?
Line?
Yeah.
Facebook?
Do you think you can communicate online without any words written or spoken?
I think it's easier with words because you can express yourself exactly what you want to do, what you want.
Right.
So it's easier, but I think it's still possible to communicate without words.
If you couldn't speak or if you couldn't type, how do you communicate?
I think it's going to be quite hard.
Can you do it if it's in real life?
My face expression.
Right, facial expression. What do you think the difference between communication online and the real life communication?
So I think online one you can only see words. So even if you're not angry, the other person could take the word angry. So just misunderstanding could happen.
Although internet makes communication easier and convenient, many people seem not to have as good impression as real-life communication for digital communication and have mentioned its limitations.
My niece, on the other hand, she lives in the US, but she likes to send little emojis to me, even though she doesn't have so much sense in what she's sending. So she sends sometimes to me 300-400 little emojis, and they could be a little smile, it could be a little piece of poop, it could be just about anything, but she just wants to have this contact. And then I'll send a little bit back, and then I'll maybe get 100 more from her.
Like her, some people are enjoying digital communication even without words. So I wondered if there is more way to communicate with it. And so I decided to create a digital frame with interactive animation, so you can communicate through it and even without like specific intention to. This is a bit similar like spending time in the same room. A captured image by web camera will be sent over internet to the person who the user communicates with. It will be filtered, converted into animation, which written in ActionScript 3.0, and shown in the frame, which can be used as a modern interior. I'm going to have a test with my flatmate and with her boyfriend back in her country, Czech Republic. So I'm going to put this on the wall. How do you feel about this project?
At the beginning it was quite strange that I couldn't see the person. But yeah, it's really interesting that I think the most interesting thing about this is that you can see like someone is there, or the movement, while you don't have to speak or you don't have to communicate, but you just feel there's someone, so maybe emotionally.
Right. So how often do you think you may see if you have it here?
Yeah, maybe I would be curious, like if there's someone, or yeah, if someone is there or not, and yeah, maybe then you feel that you're not alone.
Right. So how did you think about this frame? Like, do you think it's good, this shape, or you think it can be something else?
Yeah, it could be something else, like a circle.
Okay, yeah.
Or
the shape.
Or maybe even more of them, I don't know. Maybe more people, more pictures.
Right, maybe it can be different color. Or
Yeah, I was thinking that, yeah, maybe you could just even the color for the screen, you know.
Yeah, patterns.
Yeah, or patterns.
Who do you want to use this with?
For example, my mom, she lives in Chile.
Chile, wow.
Yeah. So she's far away, but maybe it's a good idea to think of, oh, if she mom is okay, you know. So sometimes my mom calls me, for example, when I do something in the middle of something, and it's quite often. But she mostly calls me because she worries about me.
Maybe she will feel safer that you are there actually.
Probably, yes, probably it could be the idea. For me as well, it's very important to know that she's okay.
Maybe she can feel less lonely through this.
Maybe, yes. If she feels too lonely, of course, she can call me again. But otherwise, she might think like, okay, he's fine. This idea might be enough.
Right. So if you could use this, who do you think you would use with?
I would use for my family.
Right.
Obviously.
Where do they live?
In France.
In France. Right. So how often do you talk now with them?
At least once per week. On Skype, on video, and then we are talking by messages.
So do you think if you have this, you think you talk more or you talk less?
I think it would be the same. I guess. Important to talk anymore. Yeah, because if it's only a picture, I mean an image that moves or something.
Right.
I mean you need communication anyway.
Do you think which better, that you have this picture in your room or they have this picture in their rooms?
I would prefer to have.
If they have it, do you think they would be happy, like to know that you're okay?
Yeah, I guess they would be really happy. Especially my father, I guess.
Oh yeah? Your father miss you a lot.
Yeah, I think so.
Right.
He doesn't really say that, but I know. He would probably stare at it a lot of time.
Do you think if there is anything already existing that's something similar like this, that you can communicate over internet?
No, I think maybe some people they leave the Skype on like the whole day without really talking with the family. I think it's maybe kind of similar.
Right. So did you understand the concept of
this?
Who do you want to use with if you have this?
My daughter.
Your daughter?
My daughter, yeah, 4 years old.
Wow. Where does she live?
In my country, in Lithuania.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In Lithuania with my mom.
Ah, right. So how do you communicate with your daughter now?
By Skype.
Skype. And how often?
Every day, maybe twice per day sometimes.
Oh, right.
If I really, really miss her, maybe 3 times.
Yeah, so if you have this, and what do you think she can see you through the animation? Do you think she can enjoy it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah?
Baby, you know.
Do you think she understands the concept?
I'm not sure she understands, like deep as I understand. Maybe it's like, you know, she understands something like playing, like game, you know, just it's kind of playing game, just, you know. But she will be happy to use this kind of communication or something like, because it's interesting, just something like, it's not like only pictures moving, you know, just even if it will be different colors, it will be much more better, you know, not only black and white.
Right, yeah, maybe it's more interesting for
I think she was sitting like that hours and hours and watching what's going on, just maybe something changing and something like funny will be, no, just for her it will be absolutely.
I'm glad many people have found this project interesting to communicate with family, friends. I believe there will be more way to communicate in digital world. Hope one day we may experience our real life communication and digital life communication to be better and make our life happier.